It's more than just a classroom. It's a place where ideas first take shape and where dreams are born. But for me, it has an added significance. My father spent his life teaching in a room like this. It was more than just books to him. It was a matter of values. And he worked hard to instill in both his students and his children a social conscience and a deep-felt compassion for the welfare of others. And that's why I'm here. No effort better embodies that compassion, that commitment to others than United Way. Whether it's providing services for the elderly and disabled, or reaching children early with innovative programs so they're learning ready, at the critical times in people's lives, United Way is there. But only because of you. It's a simple concept, really. When you give to United Way funds a wide range of critical programs that help people overcome adversity and take control of their lives. What's more, fundraising costs are kept to a minimum, so nearly all your contribution goes to the nonprofit organizations meeting your community's most critical needs. But that's only half the story. To really understand what your gift means, you need to meet just a few of the people whose lives you've changed through your generosity. They begin their lives with little hope, their bodies craving a drug they absorbed in their mother's womb. These are crack babies. Perhaps no one knows better just how precious these lives are than Jackie and Lee Cornish, parents who lost their only son to street violence.
He was on his way back home. Some men approached him and tried to take his grandfather's watch and his money. He tried to run, and they shot him in his back.
But out of their grief came the resolve to make the world a better place for all children. So they volunteered to become foster parents through a United Way-supported program for crack-addicted babies. Marie Fanning is a counselor in the program.
These families take the children in and really make them part of the family. Foster parents have to be available for 18 hours of training initially, and then during the year we expect 6 additional hours of course training.
The Cornishes soon received their first foster child, a 4-pound, 28-day-old baby boy they would name Michael.
He came into the home and he was so pitiful. At night, he would just go into spasms, just shaking all over.
With the love and nurturing of his foster parents, and with programs to stimulate his social and emotional growth, Michael slowly became just another little boy.
We just like kids. We love children. We think they deserve a break, a chance, So we want to give it to them. It's only through agencies such as United Way that we're able to do this. We're grateful.
It's easy to think of homelessness as somebody else's problem. Deborah Kinney once thought that way. But when her marriage ended, she found herself on the street with 3 children to support and nowhere to live.
The final battering episode, my husband tried to kill me in front of my children. That evening when he was battering me, I knew if I left, I was never going to go back.
With nowhere else to turn, Deborah moved into a county-subsidized motel for homeless families. Then she heard about a United Way-supported program for families in crisis.
All the way from the hats, coats, shoes.
The program provided much-needed food and clothing, as well as extensive counseling for Deborah and her children.
It's not easy in the beginning, but with the support network, through the counseling, you begin to gain the self-respect that you lack and the confidence that you need to start over again.
In their small motel room, they shared a Thanksgiving dinner, made possible by donated groceries. But as the months passed, the kids increasingly showed the strain, especially Amanda.
She said she just wanted a door so she could close out the rest of the world. She was really tired of living in one room. That really touched me. So it motivated me to work a little harder and a little longer every day.
Deborah's determination paid off. She would never forget the day she moved into her own home.
people started showing up with furniture and dishes and pots and pans. They were just incredibly generous to us. And they turned an empty townhouse into our home.
Today, after a series of promotions, Deborah now works as a contracts administrator.
Being homeless is something that hurts on the inside, and having somebody help you is critical. And in my case, it came from people like the United Way. They happened to be there for me. Thank God they happened to be there for me.
I think I have to say that my life started the day I met Mary. With Mary, oh God, it was an entirely different world. When I'd come home at night, she had a way of greeting me that, my God, her day or the world just started the minute I walked in the house. She made me feel like I was a king or something.
After 35 years of marriage and raising 3 children, Pete and Mary Panessa's plans for a happy retirement ended abruptly.
The doctor came out and talked to me, and he said they had done a CAT scan on Mary. He said the CAT scan showed that some of the nerves in the back of her head were deteriorating, that she had Alzheimer's.
For 5 years, Pete struggled to care for his wife, but it left him so exhausted he ended up in the hospital. Then Pete found help at a United Way-supported daycare center for seniors with special needs. Program Director Penny Vane remembers.
What happened initially is he got a homemaker home health aide through a local United Way agency. And eventually Pete brought Mary, and Mary's been coming ever since.
I can't believe that place. They're the most caring and loving people you ever met in your life. When Mary walks in there, the same story. Her face lights up. She knows she's somewhere where people care for her. She just has that instinct that everything's fine.
Once again, Pete and Mary have a life together.
Since United Way, hey, I've been getting better. I got time I can spend with Mary now. It's the biggest thing right now for me and Mary. Mary, yeah, she has Alzheimer's. She was a fantastic artist. She can't draw a crooked line today. But her personality, she was always a very loving, caring person. And she's still the same way. Even now with Alzheimer's, I haven't lost Mary. She's still there. You can see it. I don't know who thought up the United Way. But whoever it was, God bless him, I'll tell you.
These are just a few of the people you've helped through your support of United Way. But there are many others for whom time is running out. That's why I volunteered to make this film. To ask you now, on their behalf, to get involved and to give generously.
Thank you.
So please, take the time to care. Give to United Way. United Way. It brings out the best in all